Hello and welcome to another session of Me Programming Daily. Today I'll try to fix these connections that surfaced as incorrect yesterday when I was trying to recreate some of our existing diagrams. I think I have an idea how to fix this, but we'll need to test it today. So I hope you have your drink of choice ready and let's write some code. This code definitely does deserve some cleanup, but let's leave it for later. For now, let's focus on fixing these connections. Now, I think what would be reasonable is to start with a simpler example, like diagram 3. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, and this is the diagram in question. So it happens because the valent point does not have the same connection that a fork would have. So let's try to correct it. So I fear this connection only gets rendered in the else case. I wonder if we can do that. No. So it does render the connection here, but we also need to render a connection from here to here. So it's just another point. And again, I'm not striving for perfection or ultimate code clarity here. I just need to fix this, and later on we'll simplify this, I'm sure. So I think we just need to add one point here. X is fine. Let's see how this works. Fixed. It was that simple. I really should get off that branch, but it will come in time. All right. So diagram 4, I can't render it yet. Diagrams. Now we need to fix this guy. Let's just quickly open diagram 3. This is fixed and it is looking nice. You know what? Just as a little detour, let's visit that link. Maybe let's experiment with a different font color, because it feels a little bit too uniform. It looks like, well, it feels like we need a little bit of an accent. I think we're using this one and this one. Six and 71. Let's see. Yeah, we're using this last color. This is 199. Let's see how the diagram looks now. Way different, but doesn't mean better. Let's swap them around. No. I'm just not loving the bright blue. Let's go with this blue-gray. Oh, it almost looks green. Why is that? I made a mistake here. 194. Okay, that's better. It looks subtle. All right, now let's get to diagram 4. Why did I comment it out? No need. Okay, so now we need to fix these connections. I think this one should be reasonably easy to fix. We just need to borrow from what we've learned with the valence point or valence point. So we just need to add one more point. But this time it's R. So this is fixed. Quick zoom. It is looking healthy. And maybe we just leave it like that. Let's just see the white paper. Do we have any examples like that? And we need to implement the loop back. And this looks tricky. Oh, this looks dangerous. Guess we have two paths leading to the same block. One from here and one from here. All right, let's see what this has to offer, or this one has to offer. Okay, you know what? Let's leave it as it is for now. Because in this implementation, we would have to give this fork information about its parent, and that would make everything very messy. Okay, let's go back to the first diagram that we rendered. It is still working, so that's good. Okay, let's check the time. So we should still have enough time to implement a loop back. Arrow loop. Arrow loop. Okay. So let's go back to our skewer blocks. So this will be arrow loop. Now, how do we call these? Or not, before we do that, let's do the sensible thing and let's try to provide some content for action. Sorry, that's the string. You know what? Let's start with something that's of lower impact. So start terminator and end. because right now we only use like a generic name of letter or word as the content. Let's now allow the user to specify that. So for now, let's just give them generic contents. There should be parse start terminator. Parse title. And that would be custom content start. Should it be a finish terminator? And so that's not really finish terminator. It should be an end terminator. Okay. And now we need to rename the type as well. Start terminator, end terminator. But we'll do that after a short break. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Looks like OBS is rolling. Let's continue. Where were we? Oh yeah. The construction of these types. Now, this is where problems will start, because the title cannot just be constructed like that. It needs content. here. Here we go. Okay, this content worked. I think the parsers will leave for last. For now, let's just focus on the actual ability to provide content to all of these icons. So our loop, let's leave it here as a hook for what to do next. Start terminators at the end terminator all get content. That's good. Valent point does not need a content. Let's see if we can do this. For 13. So we're making up content on the parser level. Yeah, the parsers will go next. I'll fix parsers later. So it turned out not to be that difficult. It's just a little bit tedious. This is incorrect, and I'm glad we caught it. It should be height and width of a valent point. So now all these actions should have custom content. Now the question, and we should be done. And for the next session, I think I should start planning for what was it? Oh yeah, providing the string content and the string input. Okay, but before we do that, before we implement fork, let's implement the question. So that would be here. That's interesting. I can't use the underscore here. Let's just use an empty string. Let's make a to-do out of this. I think this should be reasonably smart. Let's see. But this should be even smarter. So for now, all widths are 1 and all heights are 1. We don't have any mechanism for dynamic icon scaling based on the length of the content. So for now, we can just leave it as it is. So this is not correct. We should not allow a question on its own in this parser. Two, 6, 3. Lovely. Two, 3, 9. So now also questions should get custom content. That is to do. Perfect. So now I have to connect all the pieces together by adding a string to the fork. Here. And that string is going to be the content of a question. Now, the build should break. Two, 5, 9. And now we can remove the to do, replace it with content, build again. Well, in that case, it's not needed, so I'm just going to comment it out, or just ignore it. But it cannot be ignored here. Let's run it. Perfect. So plan for the next session is probably going to be fix those parsers so that they accept these contents. But today, let's address some of these warnings. Redundant bracket in 308. Redundant bracket in 252. the new build removed these suggestions, so I'm just going to see the results of the previous build. 231. Again, redundant brackets. The 182. Same. Okay. Fine. Did he run it? Yes, it ran. Nothing should change. Beautiful. So, just as a quick test, yeah, these parsers will require a little bit of work. Because instead of returning an action like that, I would still have to continue parsing to get the action's content. But that's fine. Let's just format it. And we have 456 lines. But you know what? I can remove this now. So tomorrow, parsers. I'm not sure if I fixed it in this commit. Okay. So I think this is good enough for today. As I said, during the next session, I would like to address these parsers so that the user can provide custom content for their drakon icons. And there's still a little bit of work to do before we replace the old engines with the new ones. But I feel we're getting there pretty quickly. I'm pretty happy with the pace and with the progress. Right, having said that, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I wish you all the best, and see you next time. Bye, take care.